I was trying to figure out who that was, Miles.
He's hard to recognize with the hat on.
I know. It's like- At first I thought it was Kelly's husband.
May actually have been logged on.
You bring the spouse to work,
Yeah.
remotely. Good.
Two bunnies.
Are we doing electronic voting or?
You all are,
Okay.
just don't have to for you.
All right, good morning. It is 10 o'clock, so we'll call this Budget Evaluation Team regular meeting for Tuesday, July 7th to order. Item number 1, discussion and possible action to set date, time, and place. Meeting will reconvene in the event technical difficulties arise during the course of this meeting and cannot be corrected within a maximum of 30 minutes.
Make a motion, we reconvene at 1:30 today.
Okay, we got a motion for 1:30. Is there a second?
Second.
Got a motion and a second for 1:30. We got a couple here via video conference. We're going to have to do roll call vote. Ms. Mertens?
Aye.
Mr. Morrison? Aye. Mr. Davidson?
Aye.
Mr. Lambert?
Aye.
Mr. Honeycutt?
Aye.
Ms. Laurent?
Aye.
Ms. Miller?
Aye.
And Compton is an aye. I guess the next item is roll call. I guess we really don't need to do that since we just had a vote by everybody. Everybody is present in the room with the exception of Mr. Honeycutt and Mr. Davidson are both logged in via video conference. All right, notice this meeting was properly posted Monday, July 6, 2020. Departmental items, number 2, discussion of possible action to close out FY20 watch list and create a new watch list for FY21. This is a housekeeping item to
Yes.
start the new fiscal year.
So moved.
We've got a motion
Second.
and a second. Ms. Mertens?
Aye.
Mr. Morrison? Aye. Mr. Davidson?
Aye.
Mr. Lambert?
Aye.
Mr. Honeycutt?
Aye.
Ms. Laurent?
Aye.
Ms. Miller?
Aye.
And Compton is an aye. And Christie, you'll start that for us, please, the new one.
Oh, gosh, yes, sorry.
Oh, now I was
I'm getting ahead of
talking
myself.
generally
Yes.
because you track our
Yes, I will
our
start a
watch
new one.
list.
Yeah, I've
Thank
got
you.
one started, actually.
Okay. Item number 3, discussion and possible action related to establishing protocols, procedures, and schedule for BET estimate of needs review and final recommendation to Budget Board for FY21 budget. I wanted this on here just so we could have discussion if anybody's ready to have that discussion yet. If not, I would request that this item also be on our next regularly scheduled BET agenda if we do not take action today.
If we want to work backwards, I know we call it a September supplement. Danny, do we usually present that to Budget Board in September, or
We
is it
do.
October and we just call it a September supplement?
It's September.
Okay,
Yep.
September. So what we're working with is that third Thursday in September. I say we go ahead and start working on some dates to do, our workshops that we put off. Let's see. I hate to wait till our August regular meeting to get started, so. I unfortunately am out next week.
So am I. I am too.
All right, where are we all going?
Wow.
County's
But I
on
can do,
vacation.
No kidding.
what about the last week of July, that 27th through the 30th? Do our half-days. That's like a 4-day window, or if anyone needs to check their schedule, and we can get with Kelly.
I'm out that prior week.
before that.
Okay.
You said the 27th through the 31st?
Yeah. We'll maybe do 27th through the 30th.
Personally, I'm available the 28th through the 31st.
Okay. I'm open that whole week, actually.
I am not available on the 29th.
Okay.
I have a
27th.
LTAP class.
28, 30, 31. We saw 4 days so far, unless anyone else has a day they need to strike.
I'm available. I have no life.
I don't want to hear it. I'm sure you're scheduled in August to be off. So.
Okay, Christie, do you have a motion?
Um, I make a motion that we do our budget presentations and start our budget process. Maybe the afternoon of the 27th.
Would we possibly be able to do it the morning of the 27th?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
shooting out whatever. Yeah.
The afternoon of the 27th is my only lack of availability.
Okay, yeah. Do,
That would probably be good anyway, because there's a retirement board that
Okay.
Yeah, I
afternoon,
was
and
just
so that'll get some
yeah.
out. Yeah, so,
so
Perfect.
maybe something like a morning session on the 27th?
so say 9 AM.
Sure.
I'd be in agreement with that as long as I'm not up first, because I'll be out the week prior to that.
Okay, we can move it around when we schedule with Kelly.
Yeah.
Oh, I could see you being, if she goes in alphabetical, but.
Right.
Yeah. And then, let's do something in the afternoon on the 28th. And the afternoon of the 30th to get started.
And when you say afternoon, are you thinking 1 o'clock?
That works.
I second that motion.
Okay, we got a motion second to begin our watch list and FY21 workshop sessions for the FY21 budget on the 27th of July at 9 a.m. I guess here in the OCC room, and the 28th at 1 p.m. and the 30th at 1 p.m. Roll call vote, Ms. Mertens?
Aye.
Mr. Morrison?
Aye.
Mr. Davidson?
Aye.
Mr. Lambert?
Aye.
Mr. Honeycutt? Ms. Laurent?
Aye.
Ms. Miller?
Aye.
And I am an aye. Okay, while we're still on this, are we, we've already received, Budget Board received estimate of needs for this fiscal year. Are we going to have everybody go back and relook, or we just, my anticipation was that we were going to start with those estimate of needs, and if anything has changed, we could discuss that on a case-by-case. But we're not looking at changing any of that, is that
No,
correct?
I wouldn't, personally, I wouldn't want departments to go back and start changing things. They could address it when they come to this committee.
I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. so.
And I don't know if our committee's actually formally accepted the estimate of needs. So maybe that does need to be an agenda item for us.
I'd have to look at the minutes, but I know BTC,
Budget Board did, yeah. Can you look at the notes, and if we did not formally receive the estimate of needs, can you make sure that we have an agenda on all 3 of those days so that we can formally receive them? Thank you.
And I wonder if it's possible, I know Kelly sent the whole estimate of needs out, if maybe she'd email it again, if that's possible.
she might
Okay.
That way we just have them. Yeah.
Okay, any other discussion here?
No, let's get it done.
All right. Item number 4, discussion and possible action, receive an update on employee benefits. Do we have anything? Let me check my email and see if,
I don't think John's on the call, but I've got a couple comparisons up here on the screen. What?
I think he's on this.
Okay.
yeah, sometimes he'll email me like at 9:40 or 9:45, which is plenty of time for me to review it, but I don't check my email always
Okay.
right before I come down, and then I don't give his updates.
Yeah, I didn't get anything from him either.
Yeah, I didn't.
But this is, up on the screen, this is the final snapshot through June 30th, of how we ended up. Claims were down, you net out the stop-loss reimbursements, et cetera. We had net paid claims, about 204,000, so a slight increase over last year. Good news is, when we did our estimate of needs, we anticipated we would end the year with a $1.1 million cash balance in employee benefits fund. We actually ended up with 1.4, so about a $267,000 increase to start the year with, so that helped a lot. And I've got one more up there. This is just for the first week of this fiscal year, so 1 week of claims, about the same as it was last year through first week of July. That's it.
Motion to receive the update?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to receive the update. Ms. Mertens?
Aye.
Mr. Morrison?
Aye.
Mr. Davidson?
Aye.
Mr. Lambert?
Aye.
Mr. Honeycutt?
Aye.
Ms. Laurent?
Aye.
Ms. Miller?
Aye.
And Compton is an aye. Item number 5, discussion and possible action regarding any item currently on BEP watch list. We still have the 1920 watch list attached to this. Is there any discussion related to either of those two items? Okay, then they will go away, beginning
The
the...
watch list goes
Yeah,
for that year.
beginning this, this new fiscal year. If any of those items need to be re-added, based on the type of items, I doubt that that would be necessary, but if so, be sure and bring an agenda item to add it to the next fiscal year watch list. All right, is there any citizens' participation? Anybody want to speak? Seeing none, board comments. Ms. Mertens?
No, thank you.
Mr. Morrison?
No, thank you.
Mr. Davidson?
No, thank you.
Mr. Lambert?
No, thanks.
Mr. Honeycutt?
No, thank you.
Ms. Laurent?
No, thank you.
Ms. Miller?
No, thank you.
All I'll say is I'll see you guys in a few hours. Any new business? Seeing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
We have a motion, do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Motion and second to adjourn. Ms. Mertens? Mr. Morrison?
Aye.
Mr. Davidson?
Aye.
Mr. Lambert?
Aye.
Mr. Honeycutt?
Aye.
Ms. Laurent?
Aye.
Ms. Miller?
Aye.
And Compton is an aye. And would the record reflect that I've actually mashed my button every time? I mashed it.
Yes.